Hey guys, Rich from Rich Mid Gaming. Hope everyone is doing fantastically well. And today we are carrying on our Marvel United journey, working through that core box and trying to play a game with every single character possible. You've hopefully already seen the Sabretooth and Mystique playthroughs, and now it's the time of the Juggernaut. We're going to be taking some new heroes in with us as well. So we've got Jean Grey, we've got Beast, and we've got Mystique, who gave us a bit of a beating last time round, but we're going to be using her hero cards this time, and hopefully she can help us take out the Unstoppable Juggernaut. So let's jump straight on over into the game. Okay then guys, so our board is completely set up. As you can see, we have got Juggernaut, who is going to be our villain. So let's start by taking a look at Juggernaut's card. So we've got no special setup rules on the back, so it's just as per normal. But he does have some special rules. When a hero is KO'd, Juggernaut doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, draw another Master Plan card and add it face down to the storyline. His BAM is deal 1 damage to each hero in locations Juggernaut left, entered or moved through. And then lastly, his overflow. If one or more civilian thug tokens can't be added to a location, deal 1 damage to each hero in Juggernaut's location, draw another Master Plan card and add it face down into the storyline. And as you can see, he's going to be starting with 8 health. He actually starts with 8 health, irrespective of the number of heroes that we have. Obviously, we've got our 3 missions. For this one, the missions are normal, so rescue civilians, defeat thugs, and clear threats. We've got Muir Island, Asteroid M, Genosha, Sentinel Space Station, Weapon X Facility, and the Hangar Bay. And I just want to quickly show you the 3 different threat cards that he has. So first of all, Avatar of Sitarak. As long as one or more Avatar of Sitarak is in play, Juggernaut ignores 1 damage each hero turn. So essentially, to do 1 damage to him, we're going to have to actually do 2. He has then got the Seal of Sitarak. If a hero starts their turn in this location, treat any special effects on their cards as blank this turn, so negating those special effects that we get. And then lastly is the Power of Sitarak. When taking damage, heroes in this location take 1 extra damage. So I'm thinking that clearing these threats off are going to be one of the most important things for us to do. Heroes that we've got this game, well, we're going to be using the newly painted up Jean Grey. We're also going to be taking the newly painted up Beast with us as well. And lastly, she was the villain last time round. We're going to see if she can help us this time round. It's your girl, Mystique. So we need to decide where Juggernaut is going to be starting. So the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remembering that 6 and 1 are connected, so it is a continuous circle. And he will be starting on 1, so Muir Island Research Centre. Our heroes always start in the opposite place. So opposite of 1 is 3. So each of our 3 heroes are going to be starting here like so. And the last thing we need to do is shuffle and deal some of the cards out for the heroes. Now, Mystique has actually got 2 starting hands, so we'll put those to one side. We'll then give her cards a quick shuffle, take the top 3 and see what we are left with. Okay, so just you can see her starting hand there. It is Metamorph. On the next villain turn, you may redirect any damage dealt to you to a henchman or any thug in your location. That's quite nice. Beast doesn't have any starting hands, so we'll just give his card a quick shuffle, take the top 3 and see what we get there. And lastly, we've got Jean Grey. She once again doesn't have any starting cards, so we'll just take the top 3 off there and pop these down here. Now, as we know, we always start with our villain first, so let's take the top card from Juggernaut's deck and see what we end up with. So we've got Crimson Cosmo Armor. He's going to move 2 in an anti-clockwise direction, and it says if any avatar of Sitarak threat cards have been cleared, put one of them back in play in the next counter-clockwise location without a threat. So we're going to pop that down on our storyline, and this is a really nice start for our heroes because yes, he's going to do his BAM, but if we look, there's no hero here, no hero here, and no hero here. So yeah, absolutely no effect whatsoever, which is yeah, that's quite a nice little start. So we now need to choose which character we're going to start with. So we decided we're going to start with Jean Grey. We're going to take her top card from here, and you can see that we've got a move and a heroic action. I think what we're going to actually do is take that move and heroic action. I really think getting rid of these threats, I think they're very, very powerful. So what we're going to do is we're going to place that down here in our storyline. We're going to get a heroic action token. We're going to put that here on the power of Sitarak, and then she is going to move over to Genosha. And then that will be it for her turns. Okay, so next up then, we are going to go with Mystique, and let's see what she gets. She has got just a fight token on there. What we're actually going to do for Mystique is we're going to spend one of these Metamorph cards. So you can see this here. On the next villain turn, you may redirect any damage dealt to you to a henchman or any thug in your location. She's also got the heroic action and the move action from the previous card. So what she's going to do is actually use her 2 heroic actions to place them on the power of Sitarak. We're going to get rid of that straight away. Get rid of those cards there. That's going to put 1 clear threat token on our first mission there. And then she has a move action left. Now let's just quickly read what this is opened up on the Sentinel Space Station. You may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to swap a card from your hand with one of your cards face up in the storyline. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. But what we are going to do is move Mystique over to here, and then we will be left with Beast's turn. So let's draw a card for Beast, and let's take a look and see what we are going to do. Well, I really want to focus in on clearing out these threats. We've got a move and a heroic action here. We've already got a heroic action here. So I'm thinking we can either move him over to here, and it's a bit of a risk reward thing because everyone's in there. So if Juggernaut goes this way, then we might all avoid him. However, if he comes this way, everyone takes 1 extra damage. But for Mystique, she's going to be able to redirect that onto the henchman as well. However, I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the card that we just took. He is going to make a move over to here, and then he is going to use his 2 heroic actions to put these 2 tokens down onto here, and we will be back over to Juggernaut's second turn. So on to Juggernaut's next turn then, and we've got a card here, and it reads move clockwise to the next location with the most heroes. Well, there's only 1 hero here, so if we move round, we're going to end up here next to Jean Grey and Mystique. And then let's read the rest of the card. So Unstoppable Charge. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Juggernaut's location. However, the power of Sitarak reads, when taking damage, heroes in this location take 1 extra damage. So each hero is going to be taking 2 damage in total. Let's start with Jean Grey then. And she's going to keep hold of these wild symbols, so we'll put these 2 to the bottom of her deck, so that's the damage that she needs to take. However, if you remember, we have the Metamorph where we get to redirect the damage, so we're just going to redirect that damage onto this 1 thug here, and Mystique will take no damage, will defeat that thug. So that's that part of the card over and done with. However, we do then need to put out the civilian and the thug tokens, as we can see. It's one of each in each adjacent location. So we'll put these two there. We'll put these two there. No overflow, so we're absolutely fine for the moment. And it's on to our hero's second turns. So it's Jean Grey up to act first. So let's draw a card and see what she gets. So we've already got access to a move and a heroic action. And then we can either do a move and another heroic action, or we've got the 2 wild symbols. So we're going to get 4 actions in total. So I think what we're going to do for this one is we are going to, let's have a little think. We're going to take the wild card here. We're going to use a move action. We're then going to use one of the wild symbols to defeat a thug here. We're then going to use another one of the wild symbols to move over to here. And then we'll use the last heroic action to put down the third one here. We'll take this out of play, and then that will be the end of her turn, unless we choose to use the end of turn special power. So it's, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck to gain 2 fight tokens. Well, I think when we've only got 1 left, that's probably not something that we want to do right now. So let's move on to Beast. So he draws a card. We've got a move and a fight, 2 heroics. We've got a move and a fight, and then another heroic. So let's have a little look. We've got 2 wilds that we've already got access to. My big concern at the moment are this one here, I think, because that's the only one where we have more than 2 available, but it's going to be a real struggle, and maybe we can leave Mystique to actually go over and get rid of those ones. But I think what we're going to do, we've got 2 wilds already. We could just use his wild card, or we could use his double wild card, and it would get rid of this threat. And one thing I did forget to do was put another clear threat on here, so let's pop that there, and it would get rid of this threat completely, which I feel like is a nice thing to do. Then we're going to focus in on getting rid of thugs and or civilians. So I think one of the mistakes I made last time was I finished the first mission too quickly. I think that's one of the reasons why we lost. So we are going to do that. We are going to move over to here. We're going to use this card. So we'll use one of them to go here. We'll then use the other 3, so 1 wild and 2 heroics to spend these. We'll get rid of this seal of Sitarak. We'll gain another token here. And then I think what we're going to do, because we get to gain 1 movement, 1 heroic, or 1 fight. Let's take a movement action. I feel like the movement actions could end up being quite good for us. So that will be the end of Beast's turn. So we'll be on to Mystique. So Mystique, we've got a couple of things that we can do here. And yeah, I think what we need to do is really clear this out here. So we don't have a move. We've just gained a move action here. So we're going to spend that. So what we're actually going to do here is move over. We're going to spend a attack action there to get rid of this. And then let's spend 1 to get rid of that one there. And then we'll spend our last one to put a heroic action on here. Just priming this ready for when we get to go around. But the key thing I want to do is make sure we've always got 2 spaces if possible on any of these. That's the end of our hero's turn. So then let's move over to Juggernaut and see what we get. So Juggernaut is going to be moving 4 and then doing a bam. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's resolve the bam first. So the bam is 1 damage, to each hero in locations that Juggernaut either left, entered, or moved through. So he's moved through every one of them and then entered this one basically. So every single character will be taking a damage. Let's do it in order because I think that will probably help us out a little bit. So for Mystique, she's just going to get rid of this card here, put that to the bottom of her deck. Beast is going to get rid of this card here with the special, with the heroic action on, I should say. And then lastly, Jean Grey is going to take 1 damage. However, that is going to KO her, so she'll be out of the game for the moment. And then when we read the special rules, when a hero is KO'd, Juggernaut doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, we draw another card and place it face down. But before we do that, just so we don't cover it up, let's deploy these thugs. So 1 to either one adjacent, like so, and then 2 on the actual card that we're on at the moment. So that will be it for Juggernaut's turn. So far, we've not had any of the overflows, which is quite nice. But let's reset Jean Grey's deck. So she's going to be going up first. And after a hero is KO'd, they always come back with 4 cards. So yeah, let's see what we get. A couple of fight tokens there as well. Okay, so we've already got a move and a fight. So I think what we're going to do is, let's have a little think about this one. So we could just do 3 fight tokens and a move, which feels quite nice. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of these 2 thugs here, and you'll see why I'm doing that in a moment. And then move over to here. We're going to use that last fight symbol that's on Mystique's card there to get rid of that 3rd thug. And then at the end of our turn, we may gain any token. And I think, let's have a little think now about what we actually want. So it looks like thugs and threats are going to be the thing. We've got these major telekinesis cards here which let us split things over. So that could be nice next turn to get rid of one of these potentially. I think let's go for a fight token. That feels like it's going to be something that will be good for us. Okay then guys, so now let's move on to Beast's turn. So we've got Genius Intelligence. This turn you can treat heroic symbols as wilds. We don't have any heroic symbols there, so unlucky. But let's have a little think about what we would like to do. So we've got 2 more that we need to do here. We've got 3 more thugs that we need to get rid of. So I mean, he could potentially get those 3, but that is going to trigger his turn straight away. And it's whether or not we really want to do that. We're only 1 threat away. Oh, I mean, if we play this, it gives another card for Mystique there, and then she can do that. Okay, I think this is what we are going to do. Okay, so what I want to try and line up here is basically Mystique being able to trigger and do 2 missions at once. Therefore, we're not losing out on those 3 cards and minimizing how many times that Juggernaut will be activated, because once we've done the first mission, he becomes under pressure, and as you can read here, then he'll get to act after every 2 turns. So what we're going to do is use Beast's Genius Intelligence. So we get to treat this as a wild. So we've got a wild and then 2 hits, but we also have a move token as well. So let's spend that move token. We're going to use the move token to move to here. We're then going to use this as a wild, and we'll also use that as a move. And then we'll use Jean Grey's card for the 2 hits, and we're going to get rid of these 2 thugs. Now, why did we do that? Well, I want to get rid of these so that when he does his movements and bams and overflows and things, he doesn't start chain reactions, which Juggernaut can do quite easily. And as I mentioned before, I don't like to break my turn up if possible. If I can have one character complete 2 missions at once, it minimises the impact that the Juggernaut has. So now we're over to Mystique, so let's draw a card and see what we get. So we've got a wild, we've already got access to one heroic action there. We can simply use this card. We're going to be able to use 2 heroic actions and an attack. So use the attack to defeat the thug. So that's now the first mission. So he's now able to act. But because of the rules, once that happens, we're able to sort of carry on the turn. We're then going to use these 2 symbols here. We'll get rid of this card here. So get rid of this seal of Sitarak. And then we will get another token for the clear threat. Now Juggernaut is vulnerable to damage. And we actually get here as well, you may deal 1 damage to a thug or henchman in any locations. Let's have a little look. I mean, let's just take this one off here. We've got no more space for him, so he just goes back in the pot. And even though we filled this now, we can still continue to take them out, which is something that's quite important, especially when he starts chaining his things. We're back to Juggernaut. Let's see what he does. So he's going to be moving 2 anti-clockwise, then his BAM, and then he'll do his deployment. So he's going to move 1, 2. Beast is going to take a damage. Well, both cards are identical, so let's just put that to the back there. We then have his deployment. So we've got 2 thugs in the location where we are. So you can see that he's throwing out sort of 2, 4, sometimes 6 thugs or civilians every turn, so really quite important to manage that. And that will be the end of Juggernaut's turn. So now we need to think about how we're going to get this 8 damage onto Juggernaut, because if we remember, we've still got this avatar of Sitarak. So as long as 1 or more avatar of Sitarak is in play, Juggernaut ignores 1 damage per hero. So that's going to be that's going to make it a little bit harder, at least, I think. Now we've already got access to a special and a hit here. Let's have a little look at what we've got here on Jean Grey. I mean, let's draw her card first. She is next to act. Let's see what she gets. That's really not helpful. That is really, really not helpful. I'm really wishing now that we would have taken a a movement for this card instead. So I'm wondering if we... Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this major telekinesis. We're going to spend that there. She's still got that attack token, which allows us... we've got one attack and 1 heroic action split as you like in your and adjacent location. So Jean is going to move to here. She's going to use those 2 heroic actions that she's got to try and start at least getting rid of this avatar of Sitarak. So one of those is from her major telekinesis. The other one is from Mystique's card. She does have an attack, but unfortunately she can't do anything with it. And then she can do 1 fight, so we may as well get rid of a symbol. Let's get rid of this one, because if we need to, Mystique can get rid of that one there. And then we will be on to the turn of Beast. So let's have a look and see what Beast gets. Regenerating factor. You may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. I mean, that feels quite nice. I think that may be the card that we play. We've got 2 moves, however, which isn't going to get us where we want to be. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to play this regenerating factor. So right now we've got 2 moves and a heroic action. So we're going to move twice here, like so. 1, 2. We're going to... Actually, we're not. We're going to move here. 1, 2. We're going to use a... No. So, sorry, guys. You can see my process here. We're going to move here. We're going to use a heroic action to get rid of 1 of the civilians. Again, so we're freeing it up, so there's 2 there. We're going to move to here, so we're out of there. Plus, then at the end of our turn, we'll get to destroy another one of those. And we get to draw 2 more cards, because of that regenerating factor. More just for life, because obviously we use this as life in our game. And now, whereas we had 3 actions beforehand, it's now going to be Juggernaut's turn. So let's see what he does. But before we do that, let's get rid of that henchman there, or that thug there, sorry, because of the end of turn on Asteroid M. And he is going to be doing a anti-clockwise move, 4, then a bam, and then deploy some. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got everybody. So let's go through and do that in do that first, the bam. So Beast is going to take a damage. Let's get rid of this wild, because movement and attacks now I think are going to be the most important thing. Let's get rid of this one here for Mystique. So that is hers done. And then lastly on Jean, yeah, really don't care about these now because we've got everything that we need. So that's going to go there. Then we deploy the thugs, so 4 more, 1 in each adjacent location. Oh, I missed that. I got quite lucky there. I should have used that one to take 1 off there, but yeah, I got lucky with it. Otherwise, he'd have triggered his overflow, and then 2 go there. And then we are back to our heroes, and this time it will be Mystique's turn. So Spymaster, the next master plan card placed, cannot add. Ooh, very nice. Oh, okay. So let's have a little think then about what we want. So after Mystique, it'll be Jean. Jean can do this here. I'm just thinking about Mystique moving with that card and then maybe just stopping him from... Well, she's got a move and an action here. So she could move to there, get rid of that. And then... yeah, let's have a little think, because that'll take his cap off. But we've got these, I've got this one with 3, this one with 2. So this card's really nice to stop that. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what she's going to do. She's going to try and mitigate it so that these guys can get beefed up a bit, get some more attack cards, because we don't have many at the moment. So she's going to use a move, and then she's got a heroic action left. So let's get rid of this one here. And then let's remember that the next master plan card cannot add people to her location or one of the 2 adjacent ones. So depending on what you get, we're going to be able to mitigate him at least to some extent. And then we are back over to Jean Grey. So let's have a little look here then. Jean Grey, we've got telepathy. Swap the previous hero card in the storyline with any other hero card in the storyline, so we can move this back around. Not too concerned about that one. We want at least 1 heroic action. So I think what we're going to do is, this is what we are going to do. We're going to play this card, which gives us a move as well, which isn't really necessary, but we're going to play it anyway. So we're going to move first to here. We're then going to use Major Telekinesis to get rid of one of these. So in yours and adjacent locations, split as you like, so it can be any of those 3. And then to put this last one down here. So we're going to be getting rid of that last threat, which is nice because he's not taking, he's not reducing any of the damage now, which is nice. And then, yeah, she's got 1 more move, which we're not too worried about. So she is going to take another fight. Let's try and build her up and see if she can do some damage. That's from the end of turn effect there. And we're going to be back to Juggernaut. Oh, as if. What an absolute shame. So this next master plan doesn't even add any tokens, so we've wasted that one a little bit. But it's a move 2 clockwise, 1, 2. It's a bam onto Jean. She's going to get rid of this card. And if any avatar of Sitarak threat card have been cleared, put one of them back in play in the next clockwise location without a threat. Well, we just got rid of the last one there. This is the one that reduces the damage he takes. So that will go back there. We don't lose a threat for it, but yeah, just a little bit more annoying than anything else. And then after that, it is going to be over to Beast's turn. So let's move over to Beast. And we've already got a move. So we could just do this, but it's only going to do 1 damage. Oh, it's so annoying. It is so annoying, but we need to start chipping away at his damage. I think that's my biggest concern. And then we're giving wilds to other characters. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. So we're going to play this. We're going to move up to here. And then we're going to use these 2 to do 2 damage to Juggernaut. But when because of the avatar of Sitarak, we ignore 1, so it's just going to be the 1 damage on him there. End of turn, another hero in this or an adjacent location may draw 1 card. Nobody's adjacent, but it does mean that he gets to draw that card as well. And then we will be over to Mystique. So let's see what she gets. So she has got a move and 2 wilds. I like the idea of getting some more damage token, but that's not going to be great, is it? So that she could move 1, 2, 3 and draw another card. So 1, 2, 3 to draw another card would put her back onto 2 health, which feels nice. However, Spymaster here could be really good because it would stop to Quandary. Okay, so I think what Mystique is going to do, she's going to use this card. She will use one of the wilds to get rid of one of these. So again, taking that down to below 2. And then she's going to use a wild to get there, and then her move to get there. And she will draw herself a attack token, and that will be the end of her turn. And we are back to Juggernaut. So Juggernaut is moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a BAM first of all. Now the only one that he got there was Beast. We're going to get rid of this card here. He's going to split 4 tokens. However, normally he'd be able to put 2 in the middle there, but because of our Spymaster, we're going to stop her, or stop Juggernaut even, from putting tokens there. The reason I chose that one is just simply the number of tokens. He's putting 2 in the middle and 1 either side, so it just makes sense. And then we are back, and it's going to be over to, I want to say Mystique again. No, over to Jean Grey. So let's draw a card for Jean and see what she ends up with. So she's already got the move. She's got the moves. She's got 2 tokens here. She's got a wild. She could just move over and do 2 damage to him. And I feel like that is going to be the best option. So we're going to use, swap the previous hero card in the storyline with any other card. So let's have a look at what we've got. Have we got a move? Oh, okay. So let's do this then. So basically, we're going to bring that one to the forefront. So Jean has now got 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. She will spend, so she's got to spend that card, obviously, because that's the card that she used to do that. She will move over to here, so that's using her wild. And then she'll use this 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, Juggernaut is going to negate 1 because of the avatar of Sitarak, but that does mean that 3 whole damage is going to be going through onto Juggernaut, leaving him with just 1, 2, 3, 4 health left. And that is quite a nice position to be in. And I believe that will be it for Jean Grey's turn. Yes, and that will take us back over to Beast. So let's draw a card and see what he gets. So we don't. We do have this here, don't we? So I think what we're going to do is just play this card here. We're very, very limited in terms of what we can do. He will move. He could move twice. No, because if he moves twice, he'll do 1 damage, but he negates 1, so that won't work. So he's going to move once here. He'll then use a attack and a heroic action from the wild to get rid of 1 of each of these. So that will go there. That will go back in the pot, and he will just take a attack symbol there, and we're back round to Juggernaut. His turns come thick and fast. So he's got Unstoppable Charge. Move counterclockwise to the next location with the most heroes. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Juggernaut's location. Okay, so that's going to be this way around. So there's no BAM at least on this one. It's going to be 1 damage to Mystique. Actually, yeah, so we'll do Beast first. So we're going to do this one on Beast first. We'll then do Mystique. So Mystique will take a single damage because she has no way of stopping that one. And that is then going to KO her. So let's trigger that first. So he draws another card and put it down. Yeah, so it basically just takes another card there like so. And then it's going to be 1 of each in each adjacent location. So 1 thug, 1 civilian, 1 thug, 1 civilian. So we've not had any overflow on this yet, and I think that's going to be the key thing to this. So he's down, and with that we are back to Mystique. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She's only got a small number of cards left now. However, she's got a nice selection of cards. So we've got a move and an attack. So we've already got 1 attack. Let's do this. Let's spend this card here. And then let's spend our attack token. We're not going to bother moving. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Negated by 1 because of our Tower of Sitrak means we're going to do 3 more damage to the Juggernaut. And then she does have a move action left, but she's not too concerned about taking that. She's just going to stay exactly where she is. And we're going to be back over to Jean's turn. So Jean is going to draw a card. And would you look at that? So Jean is going to very simply spend this card, move here, do 1, 2, 3 damage to Juggernaut, negated by 1 because of Avatar of Sitrak, but even negating it, it takes that last damage off him. That KOs Juggernaut, and that means that our heroes are victorious. Well, there we go, guys. What a game that was. That's probably the 2nd or 3rd time I've played through with the Juggernaut, and I must say we got very, very lucky then with some of the draws of the cards, some of the activations that the Juggernaut has. We missed a couple of BAMs here and there that really, really made a difference. But I think the key thing that we did there was we didn't rush too far into the game and complete that first mission. I think that really, really hurt us in previous games. So trying to keep a gap between, or trying to complete the first 2 missions as quickly, as closely together as possible, I think really, really does help. So you're minimizing the number of turns where he's not susceptible to damage, or the villain's not susceptible to damage, and yet you've done that first mission and he's drawing 2 cards. So yeah, really, really happy with it. Again, even though this is the core box and you know the ideas of the games are similar, they feel so different. I'm super impressed with this so far. I'm really, really looking forward to trying out some of the core boxes. We're going to be doing a Magneto playthrough. It'll be hopefully some point this week. Yeah, really, really enjoyed it. The Magneto win brings in a different mission as well, so hoping that's some new changes. And then we get to the Days of Future Past box, and I'm really looking forward to see how those Sentinels work. We may even take triple Wolverine for that one, or triple Logan. So we've got the Logan model from that. We've got Old Man Logan, and we've obviously got Logan from the core box. So that could be something quite fun to do, or maybe even Weapon X we can take in the mix and maybe do our first 4-player playthrough, but we'll have to see. Guys, if you've liked this video in any way, shape or form, all I ask is that you give the video a like. It really, really does help. And if you want to support the channel even further, we do have our Patreon up and running as well now. We've also got the Discord server with a dedicated space on there for Marvel United, so head on over and go and find some other like-minded people who like Marvel United, and there's lots of other people on there as well that like a whole bunch of other games as well. Guys, as always, it leaves me with just enough time to say stay well, keep safe, and until next time, bye for now.